Look, part 2. So, ain't nothing to it but to get to it. Here we go. We are going to go into the seed and sickle to get started on part 2 of this week's 7-day outlook. So, here we go. I'm just getting the deck out. Make some space. We're going to come back to the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck in a little bit to bring in some more allies to support us in, as mentioned in part 1, we were going over being called to do more integration and embodiment this week, as that did come from the Shadow Work deck, as well as several others. So here we are, back again with part 2 of this week's 7-day outlook, Miracle Manifestation and Mission Focused Monday. Yes. All right. So I'm going to do one more shuffle. And then we are going to go right into the deck. Here we go. Source, Holy Spirit, Messenger of Source. What other energies do we as the collective have coming in for us in the next 7 days? Next 7 days, please. All right, that's one full pass. Hello, Bro Star Falcon. Welcome back. Thank you so much for being here, dear friend. Seems as though I am struggling to pull up my current live on my laptop. Oh, there it is. I just had to refresh. All right, we have some cards out. We'll just set this off to the side for a moment. Hello, hello, everyone coming in. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Falcon and Reaction Videos 29. Happy Monday to you. You. Yes, let's get into it. We have out first, oh my gosh, a master number right off the jump with Bramble. Yes. All right, we're going to go into this card in just a moment. Give me a second to give Reaction Videos their blue suit. Wear it with honor, my friend. Keep it kind. As always, here we go. Bramble and number 44. We're going to go into what this means for us first. And then, for those of you who have been around before, you know the drill with the master numbers. Anything, any number that amplifies itself, like the number 4 is amplifying itself here with the 44. We're going to ring it in and amplify it even more as a blessing over the collective. All right, let's take a look. We have, take a moment to consider what might lie ahead. Now, even in the worst case scenarios, you'll be able to catch yourself before the fall. Ooh, yes, call that in. Collective. This is all about avoiding worst case scenarios, protecting ourselves against disaster. So too, you will be safe from the worst kinds of fallouts. Yes, let's ring it in. This may be a good time to reduce the volume on your listening devices. Hello, Jamie, beloved dear friend. Thank you so much for being here. This is our 7-day outlook, part 2. And we are about to ring the bell to ring in blessings of protection from fallouts. I am doing rather well, to be quite honest with you. I had to think about it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm actually feeling pretty darn good right now. Holding the line as a frequency holder, yes. Not quite cloud 9, but we're getting there in the 5D. Ooh-wee, baby, let's ring it in with a 1 and a 2 and a 3. Yes. Ringing in the best possible decision making and avoiding fallout in the next 7 days. So it is, so it is, so it is, and so it shall be. So it shall be. All right. We also have, oh my gosh, another master number. This time amplifying the number 1 by doubling it. Beautiful. This is all about outreach as well. This is also equal give and take in a gathering or a group type of setting. Doing fabulous. Oh gosh, speedy delivery. Is everything okay? Whatever it is, I'm sending happy thoughts and high vibes your way. May you be well. Let's keep going. We're going to take a look at these master numbers. We have 44 and 11. We're going to take a look at both of them. Beginning with the number 44 in terms of manifestation. Ooh, in and of itself represents manifestation, hard work, and stability, serving as a reminder to continue to align yourself with that energy. Set specific intentions to attract abundance and success in the next 7 days. All right, now let's take a look at number 11, which is the number 1 amplified. Let's go. Another powerful symbol of manifestation, urging us to focus on our goals and attract positive energy. Now, that message did come out in part 1, that we are the magnets attracting that energy all throughout this week. Being guided to be a positive example and influence on others, to hold the line and keep that vibration, keep that frequency at top notch. All right. Signifying spiritual growth and divine guidance, encouraging self-reflection and trust in our intuitions. Let's go. Yes, number 11 and the cornflower. This is all about a situation or idea that may have seemed unimportant to the collective, but even weeds can be treasure in disguise. This is that one man's trash is another man's treasure type of energy, or what you may have been dismissing as irrelevant is actually a gem in the rough. Yes. Golden nuggets in disguise. Take the time to find their true value this week. And we also have number 7 and the cherry. Let's see what this means for the collective. Number 7. This is a symbol of productivity and abundance, amplifying that abundance even more so. Yes. Now is the time to engage in your own season of productivity, even if others are in chill mode. The circumstances have all come together to provide perfect settings for addressing tasks that we have been putting off. We also, oh, no way. How, Sway? No way. How, Sway? No way. How, Sway? Another master number. This time, the number 33. Wowzers! Let's take a look at the number 33 master number in terms of manifestation. Okay, this has to do with aligning our thoughts and actions with our higher purpose and having faith in the ability to manifest our desires. The universe is supporting us on our spiritual journey, and even more confirmation of trusting our intuitions, our instincts, and that inner guidance. Yes. Oh, let's take a closer look at the dandelion before we go on to the next card. And with the dandelion, we have a decision that must be made this week. And what I got in part 1 is that it's a decision that must be made during the time of the 1111 portal, which is, well, it's now. That portal energy is in our orbit at this time. So, between now and the next 3 out of the next 7 days, we're being guided to commit to that decision that we've been holding off on. Being stuck in between choices, staying rooted to the safety of the ground, or taking flight to new lands. Those are your options. Are you staying or are you going? It's kind of giving that poop or get off the pot kind of energy, all right? But hey, I am just the messenger, so please do not. Pew pew, the messenger. Let's keep going. We have Verbena, number 42. Number 42. In terms of energy coming in for the collective in the next 7 days, this is more of that magnetizing energy, beloveds. And when I say beloveds, sir, ma'am, it is not a scam. All right, now that we have that settled, it's time to win over some new friends and widen your network. But don't be insincere about it. If your whole heart isn't in it, don't even bother, all right? Best advice ever. Well, I mean, for today, just be yourself and your determination and passion will shine through. Let's keep going. I am loving the vibe coming from this deck. We're going to give it a few shuffles and a knock. And we are going to ask Source, Holy Spirit, Messenger of Source, what else is coming in the next 7 days? Here we go. Source, Holy Spirit, Messenger of Source, what other energy is coming in for the collective in the next 7 days? Okay, we have the seed out on the table and face up. Let's keep going. We're going to complete this full pass. And then we're going to grab from both sides. We have this card sticking out and we have this card sticking out. Source, Holy Spirit, Messenger of Source is saying check in the immediate orbit and environment. And in that orbit, we have Basil. This is energy that is already here supporting the collective. Let's take a look. We have Basil. And then we will take a look at the rest already out on the table. Number 24. Hey, hey. Number 24. Suggesting that you're being invited in a change of scenery. So for some of you, that poop and get off the pot decision has to do with relocating. Being sensible about your decisions, and your feet will lead you safely where you need to go. So when the decision has been made to depart, the path is going to be cleared for you to do so. Beautiful. Let's take a look at the seed. This is all about growth beyond that initial breakthrough, so to speak. When the seed busts open, when it germinates and cracks open, this is speaking on acknowledging and having faith in what is to come as we continue to embrace this new opportunity for growth. Also, the seed is small, but it is already in its full potential. You already have so much growth occurring. Take time to nurture it and give it the right conditions to flourish. For some of you, you'll be departing to a new location and you'll have all the space in that new beautiful garden for growth. Do not be afraid to let this one come to fruition when the time and conditions are right. Well, Source, Holy Spirit, Messenger of Source is saying that the time is now. Let's keep going. We have the mistletoe. Oh, yeah. The mistletoe, number 48. Energy coming in for the collective. This is all about keeping our promises, including the ones that we make to ourselves. But here's the kicker. This is a plant of community and not just promises. Taking a moment to think about people who have offered you their support in the past. Have you taken them up on that offer? Favors are hard to come by and even harder to call upon, but now is the time. So not only is there new opportunities coming in for the collective this week, but also any prior offers to assist in those opportunities are also coming in for the collective. As a matter of fact, it's already in the immediate orbit, as that did come from the bottom of the deck. Let's keep going. Oh my gosh. We have a fourth master number on the table. It's one thing to get one amplified number, but when you get four of them in one session, beloveds, this week is going to be lit. Liddy AF. Let's talk about it. Number 22 as a master number. Let's see what it has to say in terms of manifestation. The master builder in numerology. A clear sign that our manifestations are in motion, as well as a reminder that our thoughts and intentions are powerful, urging us to focus on what we truly want to create in our lives, especially in the next few days. All right. Yes. I am loving this energy for the collective. You know we're going to ring it in just a moment. But first, let's see what else this card means for us. It means that we can grow from anywhere. We are so resilient, we can grow from anywhere, any place, anytime, regardless of the weather, across any surface given, eager to rise and reach towards the blazing sun. Oh, yeah. Movement and momentum coming in this week for the collective, pushing towards the best possible position that can help us achieve our goals. Be sure to remember those who held you up on your way up, beloveds. All right. Let's ring in that energy and blessing. This may be a good time, as mentioned before, to reduce the volume on your listening devices if you are sound sensitive. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Ringing in all of the aforementioned blessings for the collective. So it is, so it is, so it is, and so it shall be. Now we can go back into the deck for even more energy coming in for the collective in the next 7 days, including today, beloveds. It could happen today. Something could very much so come into fruition today. We shall see. Source, Holy Spirit, Messenger of Source, what other energy is coming in for the collective this week? Oh, these cards got pushed up, so that's what we're going to go with. Also, let's take another look, see what's going on already in our immediate orbit. We have Ivy, another resilient climber. Hey, hey, hey. Not just one, but 2 resilient climbers coming in for the collective. Now I'm hearing double for our trouble. That's a double for our trouble. Oh yeah, number 35 and Ivy. Let's see. Well, tenacious Ivy. We're almost there. Just a little further, you guys. We're almost there. The climb might seem impossible at times, and occasionally you'll feel as though you're making no progress at all as walls and buildings block your path. But slow growth is still growth. This card is saying that any amount of growth is better than 0. All right? Don't give up. Your achievements will be all the sweeter for how difficult the climb has been for us. Yes, there's so much more to look at, so let's keep going. We have the mushroom out next. Beloveds, give me just a moment while I wet my whistle with a little sippy sip. All right, as a reminder, get your waters in, kids. I'll take a second drink to that, and cheers, beloveds, on your week ahead. As for the mushroom, what does this mean for us? Being our own helping hand as often and as much as possible. But Source, Holy Spirit, Messenger of Source, is giving us the go-ahead and green light to connect with that certain someone to help us with our workload or otherwise compromise on areas that don't really require as much attention. Otherwise, there's an air of caution of wearing yourselves too thin. Let's keep going. We have number 20 and Belladonna. Number 20, Belladonna. I see some cord cutting going on this week, or otherwise cutting ties with people, places, things, and situations that no longer serve you or are in support of your path, your purpose, and your growth. Yes, let's keep going. Time to sit back and consider when things became entangled. You may have to place some of your other projects aside. People, places, things, and projects, apparently. Okay. There has been some kind of conflict of interest, making it difficult to focus. So, this card is all about a release, a shedding that is inevitable this week, especially in the next few days during this 11/11 portal. Okay. This is also about regular tending and maintenance, all right? Regular tending and maintenance. This means getting up and putting into yourself, putting into that trifecta, mind, body, and spirit, even when you don't feel like it. We also have the elder out in terms of energy in support of the collective this week. Number 34. All right, this is energy drawing in another air of caution about temptation to slow down and take things easier. But doing so could mean missing an opportunity. That same message came out in part 1, but from a different deck. All right? So, whatever is lurking in the shadows to try to lure us away from our goals, we're being guided to not allow those distractions to win. All right? This is a mischievous energy that we are being guided to not even bother engaging with. Do not give it your time, your energy, your effort. Do not even waste your breath. All right. Yes. Let's keep going. We also have Asphodel and number 30. Yeah, number 30. What does this mean for us in the next 7 days? Hmm. A sign that you too will have to make some predictions of your own this week. Okay, wow. So, striking a balance, yet again, that message came out in part 1. Striking a balance of knowing when to lead and knowing when to be led. All right. A person who had been gone from their homeland is returning. Or either you will be returning to someone, regardless of the type of connection, or they are returning to you sometime this week. Reaching out and recreating that time or place, visiting, that will be exactly what you need this week to lift your spirits. We also have Rowan, otherwise known as the color red, but it's also a plant, given the name, obviously, by the color of its berries. Rowan, number 21. Think creative thoughts. Oh my gosh. Feeling as though you've been lacking inspiration? Come to find out, chances are you've just been looking in the wrong place for inspiration, beloveds. Ooh. This plant is bringing in inspiration, creative thoughts that will come rushing back in this week. And nature of all things is the best place to look. We also have oleander, number 32. I hate to ask, guys, but if you could, drop a like, share this out so that we can reach more people with this message. Thank you, and please, much gratitude and appreciation in advance. We have number 32, oleander. And uncertainty looming over a relationship. Trouble in paradise for some of you, but some of these relationships can involve family or friends. But nevertheless, there's indication of trouble in paradise. Hello, Chef Mary. Hello, beautiful sister. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Monday to you. You. Yes, ringing in number 32. Thank you so much for being here, beautiful sister. Yes, number 32. Do not think for a single second that you can come out on top by playing the hero in a situation that doesn't involve you. All right? It's another air of caution. Do not think for a single second that you are being called to play hero in a situation that doesn't pertain to you. Now, in part 1, we were called to step up to the plate as a positive influence, support, and mentor, giving guidance in some kind of way. But there is also that air of caution. If it's unsolicited, don't do it. If it is none of your business and also unsolicited, don't do it. All right? Now, I'd say she thick. She thick. Time to move on to yet another deck. This time, we are going to go into the Woodland Wardens for more energy coming in for the collective in the next 7 days. More energy coming in for the collective. Here we go. Thank you, Chef Mary, for boosting the chat. Much gratitude and appreciation. Who is going to win the crown today in the chat? We shall see. So far, Mary is at number 2. And Falcon is at number 1. All right. Let's go into the Woodland Wardens for more. To this 7-day outlook, energy coming in for the collective. Besides color coordinating with your soulmate, that was something that I noticed first thing this rising, and it literally made my whole day. Like, so far, there isn't anything that can knock me off my square. Nice try, but it's not happening. But I'm not inviting anybody to challenge me either. So, let's not. Well, apparently, these cards are meant to be the ones to come out first. All right. So we're going to turn these up facing so that we can actually knock and get some more. Source, Holy Spirit, messenger of Source. Source, Holy Spirit, messenger of Source. What other energy is coming in for the collective in the next 7 days? What other energy is coming in for the collective in the next 7 days? We're going to pull this one because she's sticking way out. And then we're going to grab this one and this one. All right. The rest can just chill because my name is not Phil. All right. At the bottom and in our immediate orbit, already in our favor for this week's 7-day outlook, we have the owl and hops with wisdom. Even more confirmation. This is triple confirmation now that we are going to need to rely on our instincts and intuitions primarily throughout this week. But even part 1 mentioned that there will be some helping hands coming in. There will be support and guidance coming in for the collective. But for the most part, we're being guided to be that support and help and guidance for others in different ways. Right behind that, we have loyalty. Loyalty is royalty. Any connections made this week that don't have anything to do with what I was saying a little bit ago about unsolicited or uninvited, not our business, not our problem, not our fight, okay? The connections irrelevant to that are trustworthy connections coming in this week, already in the orbit. It's already here and already done. Beautiful. Ooh, and a lucky duck right behind that, already in the orbit. Good fortune is also on our side. Loyalty and good fortune? Oh my. Yes. Okay. Feeling guided to stop there in terms of reaching for the bottom. Let's see what else we have going on here. We have the Goat and Willow back out for the second week in a row, overcoming obstacles. Last week, this card came out in the immediate orbit, meaning it was already, the energy was already around you, and it's coming back out. So, as long as you remain in support of the guidance coming from the messages prior, a lot of this is still going to be going on. Overcoming obstacles, not creating them, overcoming them. All right. This is, oh my gosh, number 11 again. That's the second time now that the number 11 has come out. So double the emphasis on new beginnings. For some, those new beginnings will include soulmates. Or otherwise, people, places, things, and situations that are meant for you. All right? Coming in the next 7 days. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Realigning yourself with your goals. Maintaining control over situations. All right? We also have the cat and lavender with independence and yet another one. So we have 111. Triple amplified. Let's see what that means for the collective as an angel number. 111. New beginnings, independence, and leadership. Interestingly enough, it says independence right on the card. So this card is already immediately in alignment with that particular angel number, serving as a reminder that our thoughts are rapidly manifesting our reality at this time. We are in control of our reality. We are responsible for our reality because it is our own thoughts that create it. We're being urged to focus on only what we truly desire rather than what we fear, resulting in peace, coming out with the otter and the cattail. Beautiful. This is number 39. Entering a time of peace. Enjoy it and allow yourself some relaxation. Yes, this week is going to be litty. Oh my goodness, I couldn't be happier for us, to be quite honest. Because, I mean, these messages are for you, but what kind of fool would I be to take myself out of the equation? They're for us, turning me into we. We have number 36 here with the finch and the peach. I did say soulmates, and now I'm getting the message that for some of you, even a actual twin ray connection. See the split in two with the peach? How it looks like it's split in two? Two parts of one soul coming in for some of you in the next 7 days. Wow. Romance. Love is in the air. Oh, love is in the air. Boom, 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 boom. In your face. Love is in your face. In your face. Yes. Love it. This is number 36. Number 36. All right. The finch and the peach. Your vibrancy and charm have led to a blossoming romance. Be open to it and accepting of new love's many delights. Let's keep going. We also have the bobcat and blackthorn with patience. And a little bit of a spiritual burp for confirmation that kind of made my speech sound funny for a second there, but it was just a burp. We have the bobcat and blackthorn with patience. Adding to the story. Next thing you know, we're going to be singing or seeing morning glories. That's a message for someone. Love is in the air. Oh, oh. Ration your sustenance carefully this week. Harvest time is upon us. We're being guided to, as much as we reach out mentor-wise, to also do a bit more observing, bending a listening ear. Also associated with overcoming obstacles, So double for our trouble in terms of overcoming obstacles this week. Yes. Beautiful. Ooh. How might we mentally prepare for what is ahead? We have the spider and passion flower answering that question with creative ingenuity. Creative ingenuity. Yes. Number 2. We are being called to be the troubleshooters this week, the problem solvers. We have a way, collective, according to this card, of solving and resolving issues, even from an unconventional angle with cleverness, exercising patience, and fully appreciating the results of our labor. Stop and smell the passion flowers, beloveds. Oh, yes. We also have the coyote and the datura with deceit. But Source, Holy Spirit, Messenger of Source is saying not to take that word at face value and take it literally like Captain Literal Man. We have number 37 here with the coyote and the datura. What else does this mean for us? Before opening up to someone new, now is the time to trust your instincts. Read the room, collective. Read the room. Because it's not going to be only chance encounters of good fortune. Consider what a new person might have to gain, selfish gain, based off of your trust. Also, how you can demonstrate trust for others. We also have the fox and the ivy with adaptability. Thank you for remaining here, Falcon, and sticking around. I truly do appreciate it, bro. For real. Thank you so much. We have the fox and ivy with adaptability coming in. Because that's how we deal, yo. We adapt without over-adapting, Holy Spirit just said. Number 27. Allowing ingenuity, nimbleness, and adaptability to guide us as it will suit us well in our endeavors. Reminding us to apply our cleverness towards adaptability. Let's keep going. We're going to make one more full pass with this deck, and then we're going to move on to yet another one for more messages, more energy coming in the next 7 days for this miracle manifestation and mission focus Monday message. Here we go. Source, Holy Spirit, Messenger of Source. What other energy is coming in for the collective this week? What other energy is coming in for the collective this week? That's a full pass. Now we're going to set this off to the side so I know not to reach for it again. We have preparation. The squirrel and the chestnut with preparation. Susanna, hello, beautiful sister. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Monday to you. You. Welcome, welcome. Blessings your way, beloved sister. Preparation. Number 29. Source, Holy Spirit, messenger of Source, is reminding us that we have been preparing well and can expect to enjoy the fruits of our labor sometime this week. Our resourcefulness and foresight as we step up to the plate as that positive example and contributor to the positive feedback loop will be rewarded. And here's the catch. And I said the same thing in part 1 because that arrow of caution came out in part 1 as well. Reaching out without expecting a reward is the best part. Do it with your whole heart. Bars. Yes, that's the best part. Reaching out with your whole heart. All right, let's keep going. We also have boundaries. Last week and the week before, we were guided to set boundaries. So if you've already been setting them, we're being guided yet again this week to continue maintaining them. And more healthy boundaries will also be blossoming this week for the collective with the porcupine and the anemone. Number 38. Making sure that you also put into yourselves this week. Giving generously only once you are sufficiently fed yourself, especially in terms of protection, how can you ensure your needs are met this week? Well, they become established by first voicing them. Have you established healthy boundaries around your time and your energy? Also, have you been respecting the boundaries of others? Let's keep going. We have it was said in part 1 and in the beginning of this part 2, inspiration is going to be coming in for the collective, but we are also being called to be inspiration for others. And here we have it. Confirmation yet again with the salamander and the black pepper. Ooh, also indication that we're being guided to add a little more spice to our lives. Ooh, yes, spicy collective. This is number 17, a spicy number 17. Indication that even more new opportunities, brand spanking new, await us. We must remain inspired and apply our full energy to our creative endeavors this week. Inviting and incorporating even more inspiration. All right, Falcon, thank you so much for being here. And just so you know, dear brother, shout out to your beloved lady friend, and also, I love you, love you. Yes, I do. I love you, bro. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm sure I'll see you around these YouTube streets later on or on another day this week. Until then, your way. Butterfly and Snowdrop coming out with hope for the collective. Beautiful. Even more of that transformative energy coming in for us this week. Oh. Oh. Even more indication. Now, in part one, Source wanted us to know that, or your higher power, however you believe, wanting us to know that prior obstacles and some troublesome times that we have been dealing with are coming to an end. Periods of hardship coming to a close. Better days are just ahead of us. And the snowdrop is even bringing in elements of magic. Wow. I just got full body chills. Wow. A metamorphosis with a bit of magic, signifying brighter and longer days just around the corner. And here we have the bat and hellebore with intuitions, even more confirmation of relying mostly, not entirely, because we do have helping hands coming in this week, but primarily relying on our own instincts, intuitions, and creativity and inspiration this week. Hello, Yogi. Hello, beloved friend Eric. It is always a joy to see your name pop up in this chat. I love you. Happy Monday to you, and yours, of course. Your beloved is so very loved. Can't leave her out of the equation now, can we? Or we might catch a case of cat scratch fever. Now I'm going to have that song stuck in my head. Cat scratch fever. A period of hardship coming to a close, and with the bat and hellebore, relying primarily on our intuitions throughout the week, our own intuitions, instincts, and creativity. As our instincts can be relied upon. Trusting in our own intuitions to guide us this week. Pay attention to your dreams and your visions that you've been having lately. I've been sharing mine in the rising energy sessions as of late, the last couple of days. And you're being guided to do the same. Pay attention to your dreams, both past and upcoming, visions, and what else? How you can analyze a problem in unconventional ways. That message already came out. All right. Now, let's go into the Kipper to see. I'm glad you thought that was funny, because I did too, regardless of what other people think. And that's a fact. Jack. All right, let's bring in the Kipper for even more energy coming in for the collective in the next 7 days. Or otherwise in representative of the collective in the next 7 days. We'll just see what comes out. Source, Holy Spirit, Messenger of Source. Other energy coming out, surrounding and representing the collective this week. We already had a card turn over in the deck. We have despair, but it's upside down, indicating that we are overcoming it. Overcoming despair as it has been turned on its head. But for aesthetic purposes only, I'm going to put it in the upright. What do we have in the immediate orbit? The privileged lady, the energy of the privileged lady. Beautiful. As the privileged lady represents even more of that good fortune, prosperity, creativity, and wellness coming in for the collective. For some of you, it can be a new girlfriend. For others of you, a best friend. Otherwise, someone with a gentle and comforting nature, or this is you. That gentle and comforting nature is not only guiding ourselves, but others, I just heard, in overcoming despair this week of some kind. It's going to be different for everyone. Hello, Miss Blipper. Hello, beautiful sister of the rose, sister of the violet flame, soul sister. Happy Monday to you, you. Yes. Happy Monday. I love you, beautiful sister, and thank you so much for being here. With this energy comes admiration. Not that we're like sticking our necks out for it or anything. We're not searching to be admired. We're not seeking to be admired. It's just coming the way of the collective this week. Health, beauty, charm, wealth, ease, and admiration. along with fun, more of that creativity, more good things, okay? More good things are coming up in life for us. Opportunities to embrace this lucky streak and be more carefree. Don't worry. Be happy. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Don't worry. Be happy. Yes, prosperity on some kind of level coming in with that creativity. Let's keep going. Source, Holy Spirit, Messenger of Source, what other energy is coming in for the collective this week? What other energy is coming in? More work that needs to be done that you may be all up in your thoughts about at this time. Eternal blessings to you, beautiful sister. Yes, there is more work to be done, and some of that you may already be all up in your head about. For some of you, this is someone that you may have been thinking about, or someone who may be thinking about you. And the work that you have already been putting in. But this is a different kind of work, because this is all about inner work. The toil and labor that you have been putting in on the inside in that inner temple that has you on someone else's mind. It has not gone unnoticed. It has not gone unnoticed. Matters of the mind. There is also more that is going to be revealed to you this week, whether it's here or anywhere else. There's more that will be revealed. It could also mean that you are a very thoughtful person, or a very thoughtful person is thinking of you, contemplating, meditating, considering you as an option. Thinking about love or a person and feeling firmly connected with them, or they are feeling firmly connected with you. This can also mean more new ideas coming in for you this week. You're being guided to explore new ideas, nevertheless. All right. So let's do a split for the collective. Oh, we have master number 33 showing itself again. 33 showing itself for the third time in today's message. Oh, and right behind that, we have the number 11 again. So, this is telling me that the collective can let go of any concerns in terms of wealth. And wealth can mean a lot of things that have nothing to do with material needs or money whatsoever, or winning the lottery, or gambling. But some of those options can mean a little something something to you or crop up for you sometime this week. All right, first we're going to take a closer look at this message of, or at this concern card, not a message of concern. That's not the card that came out. It's a completely separate card. All right, number 33. Some of you may have been Some of you may have experiencing a sense of lack pertaining to your career or prospects thereof. Some of you may have been feeling as though there is more to know about a specific situation. It can also indicate that you've been spending way too much time focusing on your problems versus the solutions. It can also represent, in alignment with that trouble in paradise, a relationship that has been plagued with pessimism or worry. And it's time to clear the air. It can speak of some kind of deception that could have recently occurred as well that you have been focused on. It can also be depression related. It can mean the end of a love relationship coming in this week. But with sudden wealth, this means that things are also looking up, as well as more indication of new beginnings, possibly with 1 and 1 equaling 1. This would be a twin ray. The number 2 part to your whole, like 2 parts of one soul coming together this week. But there's an air of caution of being wasteful or boastful. So, as this good fortune is coming in, we're being guided to, like, not be on board with bragging about it, boasting about it. Boasting about good fortune can also draw attention to us by those that we wouldn't necessarily want to be drawing the attention of, because they may want that good fortune, however it may appear this week. They may feel as though they are more entitled to it than you are. Otherwise, it's representing a lot of love for you, or you having a lot of love for another. A wealth and abundance of love is the primary focus for this week with that card. Now, in part 1, we went into the wild unknown archetypes to call in some allies for these blessings, all in support of these blessings, all throughout the next 7 days. So now we're going to go back into this deck and we're going to do that again for part 2 of today's message. Here we go. Source, Holy Spirit, Messenger of Source. What other archetype allies are coming in support of these other energies for this week? Oops. Let's see if we can do a better shuffle here, huh? Yes. Source, Holy Spirit, Messenger of Source. Archetype allies coming in for the collective this week. Oh, we just had one turnover, so we're going to pull that one out. The animal. Embracing your animalistic side, your wild side this week. Here we go. We're going to make a full pass this time. And there we have it. I'd say that would be plenty. Let's take a look at this animal first, and then we'll take a look at this one next, because it seems to be holding the most energy. Out first. This is number 19. The animal. Let's bring it a little closer for better viewing. I'm just kind of using the blessed water and the fire rose to support the cards. All right. Now, let's see here with the animal. Maybe I'm being a little too finicky, but we're going to turn that one more time. Ah! All right. Good enough. The animal. Source, Holy Spirit. What else is coming in? Being willing to get our hands dirty to get the job done, they just said. Being willing to get your hands dirty. Stepping out of your comfort zone. This could also like literally meaning like going out in nature and like drinking from the waterfalls and roaring at the moon. Eating berries straight from the vine. And for some of you, it's going to mean that it's vital that you go out in nature to release some pent-up energy. But we also have the maiden coming in to assist you. The maiden. Number 8. Infinity. Even more of that vitality. Being perfectly positioned for any kind of trouble that may come our way or attempt to come our way this week. And in part 1, there was also indication that no matter No matter the temptation, no matter the potential obstacle, the potential trouble, we're going to get through it unscathed and protected from it. Protected and resilient, Holy Spirit just said. But there's also more to learn. Tapping even more into our curiosity this week as well, Holy Spirit just said. The thread is coming out next. Now, this is not the thread that we were guided to cut in the first message. This is the thread we climb. See, we already looked at that card. Oh, it looks like I sure did. The flame, Alethea, and the stone came out in part 1. So we're not going to take a look at that one. We do have a few more here on the table that I'm really super confident and happy to see. All right. Let's see what the thread has to say in support of us throughout this week. Remembering who we are and what we came here to do on a profound level through song, images, conversations, no matter how multi-layered. If we were once connected, we are now free. Okay. This is great. We are freed from the chaos. As well as freeing ourselves from any distractions. Our mind and spirits are being lifted. Can't argue with that. All right, we also have the warrior archetype coming out in support of us and our blessings this week. The warrior. That's the second time seeing the number 10. I'm absolutely loving this. Even more clarity, purposeful action, resolve, and resilience. I just mentioned resilience, and there's that confirmation. The archetype of the samurai, the soldier, and the advocate. The actions that we take this week will stay with us long after the dust settles. Choose wisely, brave one. Realigning with the eternal wisdom within. No longer losing our center. No longer dealing with meaningless confrontation. Choosing our battles more wisely. We also have the shaman. I'd say we're choosing our battles more wisely with that card as well. Number 16. Being more fearless. But this also represents the energy of the student and the teacher. Being both the student and the practitioner. The magi, the sorcerer, the medicine woman. And embracing that archetype as it is being activated for us this week. A force of healing that we can now shape and share with the world. And with that medallion, I would say so. This is honor. Being honorable. But not in the superficial sense, guys. This is a reward from the Most High, from our higher selves, our highest selves. Beautiful. A tool for us to weld in collaboration with the divine. Protecting and honoring. A talisman of protection and good fortune. Treasure. Holding emotional resonance as well as material value. When these gifts are bestowed upon us, it's important to recognize that they may bind us to a promise. Be aware of what you hold dear and the energy attached to it is another message. As materials are capable of holding consciousness, reconciliation of some kind will also be coming in sometime this week for the collective. Otherwise, it's time for you to reach for more of what resonates with you and for you. Hello, beautiful sister Jazzy Jazz. Welcome back, beautiful sister. Happy Monday to you. You. Yes, thank you so very much for being here and tuning in for part 2 of today's 7-day outlook. We're going to move on to yet another deck to see what other energy is coming in for the collective. And then it is going to be cleanup time for me. Yes. Okay. So we are going to draw these messages to a close with some invitations for the collective from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. Let's do it. Yes. Closing messages, be that invitations for the collective. Here we go. Source, Holy Spirit, Messenger of Source. Invitations coming in for the collective in the next 7 days. Here we go. Invitations coming in for the collective in the next 7 days. Oh, these cards got pushed up, so we're going to reach for those. Invitations coming in for the collective in the next 7 days. Invitations for the collective in the next 7 days. All right, there we have it. That's a full pass. Let's see. Out first and face up, we have the ghost dance. Oh my goodness. Number 22 out again. Even more indication of partnerships that are new. I know, we get that like every stinking week, new connections coming in for us. But you know, as we continue to go on with our lives and we continue to grow, whether it's on social media or behind the scenes in our personal lives, this is to be expected. New collection. Okay, new collections of some kind, connections, as well as collaborations. Apparently, collection was the result of combining connections and collaborations. Oh, we're going to be creating some kind of collection. Some of the collective is going to be in terms of some kind of artistic endeavors, creating a collection. It could be a collection of artwork. It could mean a number of different things. And for some of you, that collection will be a collaboration. It will be created in collaboration. And now I'm tripping over my tongue, which is even more indication that it's time to draw these messages to a close. Yes, invitation for the ghost dance is a message of healing and powerful medicine being offered to the collective this week. We're being guided to be also creators of sacred moments and allow these golden nuggets of wisdom to become infused, which was the primary theme of the 7-day outlook. It was golden nuggets. This all came out in part 1, so you'll have to go check it out to see what I'm talking about here. The primary energy and significator energy for the collective was golden nuggets coming to the surface to be integrated. And now I don't remember the second portion of that message because it was like earlier at like 11 o'clock this morning, Eastern time. So, stepping into abundance one way or another. At this stage, we are done repeating tragic stories. Stepping into abundance that's being offered to us, receiving the gifts of those that have come before us, and writing a new story for our lives. We also have the Holy Mountain, number 25. The invitation of the Holy Mountain is accepting present situations as opportunities to discover higher understanding. Also, committing to walk with even more courage, love, and compassion until we see more of the clarity and the perfection of everything. A time to be active and not allow our doubts to deter us and keep us bound. Time to leap over these challenges and remember that at the top of the mountain, there are no struggles. There are no obstacles, only beauty and an unobstructed view of the entire earth. But remember, once you reach that peak, what happens next? We come across a new mountain with new valleys, new plateaus, and a new peak. No need to do any shopping for preparation, though, because Source, Holy Spirit, Messenger of Source, is letting us know that all throughout this week, we already have all the tools, materials, modalities, so on and so forth, necessary. Anything else that's coming in that has already been mentioned is just like throwing glitter on an already shiny object. You know what I'm saying? Overcoming lethargy, indolence, and even for some of you, a little bit of laziness, as those were the real obstacles. All right. But they're being overcome, and that's great. We also have the middle world coming out for the collective and the invitation of this card, which is showing up when conditions are favorable for us and our undertakings. We're being guided to no longer hesitate, move forward. For some of the collective, it's moving on with your life entirely. A clean slate with new opportunities and helping hands in tow. Moving forward, as heaven and earth are smiling upon you, the time is right to be expedient but mindful of not being reckless. The world is your playground, and what would require great effort at any other time can be accomplished with ease now. We also have the giveaway, number 23, and the invitation of the giveaway is asking us to feel the same gratitude without needing anything or anyone to inspire it, and to share this gratitude with those you meet, offering thanks, opening our hearts, and starting to realize even more how much life has given us. Healing your feelings of scarcity and opening yourself to even more abundance that surrounds you. Being invited to be in the flow of life as you give freely. But also receive freely. Hold on, guys. I need to wet my whistle. Wow, my throat's closing up. Hold on. Oh, oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm not even kidding. It was like somebody was squeezing my throat. Like somebody was trying to shut me up or something. Nothing is going to deter me from finishing this message, especially with the flow of positivity. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I rebuke you. Only that of love and the willfully good may dwell here. So it is, so it is, so it is. I rebuke you. Only that of love and the willfully good may dwell here. So it is, so it is, so it is. And so it shall be. Start giving to yourself first and foremost. Especially if it's been difficult for you to set limits on how much of yourself you give. Wow. I'm going to say that last line that I was trying to squeeze out before the chokehold. The giveaway invites you to be in the flow of life as you give freely and receive freely, but also offering yourself the care, the love, the time, and the acceptance that you have been longing for. Once you experience plenty, then you can truly give to others. That exact same message came out with the Woodland Wardens. And I do believe it came out in part 1 from Oracle of Visions or from Oracle of Visions deck. So confirmation, the message is coming entirely full circle. Perfect timing to draw it to a close with these last 3 cards. We have the owl showing up for a second time. Yo, this message really is coming full circle and really just clarifying itself. It's clarifying itself as we go. The first card to come out of this deck for today's session, the owl. Relying on our instincts and intuition, our own golden nuggets of wisdom primarily throughout the week, but also discerning when to lead, when to be led, and when to offer some of those golden nuggets to others. Now, let's see what the invitation of the owl is according to this deck, number 39. The owl can bring you messages from the invisible world. Open your ears so that you may hear the voice of the ancestors and you may acquire their wisdom and make it your own. We are embodying our higher selves even more so this week. Look around you, notice every detail, and find the hidden messages brought to you. Do not shoot the messenger. That would be me. Hi, how you doing? Captain Literal Man. But no, for real though, be grateful to the friend who shows you what you have not wanted to see until now. Observe all the facets of the diamond without judgment. Remember that the facets you dislike are often the mirrors of the parts of you that you do not want to recognize. Do not be afraid of the truth, as it will become your compass. The owl is guarding us against deception. Owl is inviting us to also confirmation on the patience message earlier, to continue practicing patience, bide our time, and then act, doing so decisively with no hesitation or remorse. We also have the wisdom of the crow coming in for us. Number 13, that number of transformation. Yet again, more indication of that transformative energy still in the air for us. Absolutely, truth is an amazing compass. It is at the top of the consciousness scale. We call it embodiment, but it's our soul's truth. Already here, already done. We are now remembering that embodiment, remembering that truth in a season, an ongoing season of remembrance, beloveds. And yes, that was a channeled message. It did not come from a book. All right, now let's go. When you seek the truth and practice truth, eventually everything you say becomes true. Your power to co-create with the truth is the universal law. Correct what is untrue in your life without judgment. Let the truth set you free. Be true to your own word. As we are being called to be keepers of the universal law, the law of truth, teaching us to walk our talk. If you're going to talk the talk, walk the walk. The winged one insists that we speak our truth, and that we create truth instead of searching for it, and that we bring truth to every situation we find ourselves in. And last but not least, oh my gosh. Okay, guys. For sure, for tomorrow's live, we are going to be doing a medicine wheel message for the collective. It is out again. So it's about that time that we do the November medicine wheel anyways. So here it is, confirmation that it will be done tomorrow. All right. Be on the lookout for that, as I really want to commit to doing it on tomorrow's live session. So that's what we're going to do. So we'll have something different for the rising session that's pre-recorded and premiered. And then we'll go in for round 2 tomorrow with the medicine wheel for the collective. All right. Now, the invitation is not only to do a medicine wheel, but there is an invitation of the medicine wheel. Okay, so this is looking into and stepping into all aspects of our being. In the South, reflecting on how we are still clinging to events from the past. And in the West, noticing which relationships are toxic and drain our energy. Going to the North and asking ourselves if we know our passion and show it often enough. And finally, at the East direction, visualizing how we want to live the next chapter of our lives. And it's up to you how much time you spend in each direction, minutes, days, or even months. But when you are done, make sure to step outside the wheel and contemplate your journey. Do not postpone your healing journey any longer, as the medicine and the closing message of today's part 2 session. It can be difficult to start, but you must find the inner strength to step into the medicine wheel, or you may lose your opportunity. That's the third mention now. That if we don't follow our guts this week, if we do not follow our instincts and our intuitions and our own internal compass, our soul's compass this week, we may lose out on a major important opportunity. There are many ways and many paths. Choose the one you resonate with the most. I'm getting emotional because I know what this means for me. Sorry, guys. So sorry. And I don't want to talk about it, so don't ask. Okay? It's private. It's sub rosa. It's to be held close to my heart until further notice, okay? There are many ways and many paths. Choose the one you resonate most with. Once you've found it, the only mistake you can make is not to follow it. So go boldly. Light warriors. Go boldly. With that God spark, light warriors. All of this energy already on the table in support of these blessings. That is the message. Yes! Thank you, Source, the Most High, for these blessings coming in now and in the next 7 days. Thank you so very much. Multiversal Soul. Familia. For tuning in with much gratitude and appreciation. From my heart chakra to yours, brightest of blessings and agape, omnipotent, omnipresent love to all.